craft class here at Crafters TV. I tell you what, you've tuned in at the right show, honestly, because it is your final day of our Members Week. In fact, your final show of the Members Week event. If you haven't taken part in this yet, today is definitely your day. We have had so many treats on for you. Let me tell you just a few of them. You are getting double points on everything that you are treating yourself to in this show. There's 3 for 2 on paper and card. There's 3 for 2 on all adhesives. There's 3 for 2 on Gemini machine accessories, all on the web. And today, a free gift, your wonderful With Love pop out. Isn't that epic? And I have got some treats on the show today that are a little bit even better discount than those. So it's well worth keeping your peepers peeled. Not only have we got that, we have got a fully female team this Father's Day. Oh yeah, I've got Tracy in with us. Hi Tracy. Hi. We've got the wonderful Charlotte in with us. Hello Charlotte. I've also got Georgina in with us.
Hello.
There she is. And we have got our wonderful craft expert today who is going to be showing us the ultimate and more. It is the wonderful Debbie. Hi Debbie.
Good afternoon Becky. Yes, we have got a little bit of a one-on-one and 101 of all our things to do with Scoreboards, our Ultimate Pro. We've got a little bit of a glue school going off. We'll try and mix it up a little bit. So literally any questions you want to ask about this, anything to do with Scoreboards or with glues, then probably these next 2 hours are going to be your opportunity to do so. All you need to do is drop the comments in, and our superstar social member teams, is that the right way around? They're probably all female as well, because it is literally female day today. But yes, so we've got quite a lot planned. I'm not going to be actually doing any kind of finished pretty card demo kind of things. It's all about the education today. Like I said, from our Ultimate Pro to our top score to our Score Master to our, I'm trying to remember more, Becky.
There's so many.
There's so many things on the show today. But yeah, so we have got a lot planned in these next 2 hours. So I hope you grab yourself a cuppa and come and join me and the rest of the girls.
Yeah, we have got so much coming up for you. We truly do. Get those questions in on our socials. You can find us, of course, Crafters. So we are bringing to you today a wealth of goodies in our ultimate set. If you are new to crafting or maybe just new to our wonderful show here, then this is a perfect day for you to get involved. This is your Ultimate Pro. Now, just before I forget, this is the UK version, okay? I have got a US version for you as well. The reason this is UK version is because it's 2 UK sizes for things like A4 paper. If you buy a lot of your paper here with us, even if you're in the US, it may well be worth treating yourself to this, but it's absolutely up to you. So this is the UK version. We're bringing to you so much in here. You are going to be getting the ultimate, of course, the embossing board. You're going to be getting the red liners. You're going to be getting the double-sided glue tape pen. You're also going to be getting some Centura pearl. You're getting that in the black and the snow white hint of silver. And you're getting the boutique boxes board as well. Now, all of this is a discount deal. You should be spending nearly £66 on this, or over $102. Today though, if you're platinum, it's only $60. It's an incredible time. And remember, you're still getting double points on this for your final show. This is a wonderful chance for you to get your hands on it. And if you're thinking, Bex, how on earth do we use this? Don't worry, I will explain that to you shortly. Let me show you the US details if you would like to grab that one. So again, it's the same situation. Here's your picture of it, getting all those added boards. And today it is $60 platinum. Just as a reminder, it will come in a couple of packages, possibly, if you're getting it in the UK. Other products you might want to get today. This is your Adhesive Essential Set. Now, this is amazing. And actually, we've got 3 for 2 on at the moment. Yeah. This is actually better today. So we're going to be bringing to you your all-purpose glue. You're going to get your permanent tape pen, extra strong glue pen, red liner double-sided, and your foam pads. And let me just let you know, if you're thinking, Becky, all of these sound great. I understood the word glue and adhesive and then I lost you. Don't worry, the wonderful Debbie will be going through some of these later on. As well as that, I've got your dotty tape pen. Now this is a tape pen that creates little glue dots, so it means that you get a really nice final finish, especially on lace-like finishes. Today you're getting all 6 packs of those ones, $20 to $24 if you're platinum, or $15.97. We've also got your solid tape pens as well. So these ones, again, really easy to use, good strong finish. Today's price, £15.96 or $23.80. Of course, if you're platinum, even better discount there. You've got as well the red liner tape. So you've got 2 different sizes here, 3 of each. It's 3mm and 6mm, so it depends on the size of project that you want to what you will use. This is double-sided tape. It gives you a really good strong finish each time. I will say to you as well, another one we did have on show was the foam pads. That deal has completely sold out. So if you are really hankering for some foam pads, this one may well be a good one for you to get because you're getting the foam pads in there. We are going to dig our teeth now into some creativity. Again, if you've got any questions, get them in. But for now, let's head on over to Debbie. What are we up to first, Debbie?
Well, I'm going to talk about the Ultimate because this is one of our more staple pieces of craft equipment that I think every crafter should have. And it's one actually, Becky, that I had first. Long before machines came along, as they did, I actually had one of these boards because this is an actual craft room. It's a carry case craft room that you can portably take around with you absolutely anywhere you want. And it's absolutely fabulous because there's a lot of things that this little case offers. So what I'm going to do is talk you through absolutely everything. Now, before we actually open it all up and talk about it, I'm just going to show you on the outside pieces first, if I may, so that I can show you exactly what you've got on here. So, on one side of the box, you have got all your measurements to make all your own cards. Now, you've got no excuses here, Becky, because literally we've covered everything from a gatefold A5 to a concertina A5. We've got gatefold A4 to a concertina A4. We've got half fold A4. We've got a half fold A5. We've got a 5 square inch fold. We've got a half fold A4. We've got lots of lovely score lines on here to create lots of lovely decorative edges that you can then cut out, so you can emboss and cut out. This is the board that I use a heck of a lot because I do make my own card blanks. I am one of those that will not go out and spend hard-earned cash on purchasing them. When I turn them over, well, I've got my board, you see, so you've got your board, why not? Now, the board itself, you've got on here your envelope box creator on here as well. You've got lots of lovely embellishments to be able to create nice little features on your cards, on your envelopes, all these embossing features here. And this one, I love this one because this is that envelope creator. Do you know the tab of your envelope? And I will come and use this as I'm going along. We've also got little holes here. Now, that's not a design flaw. That's actually going to be for our bowl maker as well. So I'm going to talk you about all of this. But first things first, we're going to open it up. Now, when you get it home, I'm going to tell you now, take off your little black cap. Don't be losing this because it holds all your case together. Pop that to one side, but when you open it, always open it from the envelope side, because when you go inside, now you'll see inside where I've got my little storage case, excuse me, I've got my storage boards in there, so I've got me box maker in there, I've got some of my sweet treat boards in there, I've even got some cardstock in there to literally hold that into place, and that's like a little storage compartment. When you open it up and you go into the middle, Becky, and I'll just move my boards out of the way back into that compartment, what you've now got is, and I don't know if Charlotte can zoom out a little bit so we can see this a little bit better, you have got a workable craft desk to work from, because on here you've got your box maker. So this is your box maker and it comes in 2 sizes. We have our inches size on here, so this is our inches, so let's just take it there for you, and we've got our centimetre side on this. So it depends on how you work, Becky. Some people like to work in centimetres, other people like to work in inches. So you've got the box making facility in here, and again you've got lots of lovely score lines that you can make decorative edges with on side of your cards and things like that. So this is all a workable space. On this side, this is where you're going to make all your lovely pop-out features, and you've got, again, lovely butterflies on there, stars that you can be able to use and cut out, but they can also be used to create your lovely pop-out K cards and all those kind of things. And then when we turn it over, and that's the reason why I always say when you're opening your board, make sure you open it from the envelope side, because if you open it from the other side, all these are going to drop out.
Yes.
I promise you they will, because it's happened to me many a time. So in here we've got a ruler. So this is a workable ruler, and I say a ruler because there's a reason why we're going to use this in a moment, and I'm going to just pop that to one side. We've got a booklet that I'll talk about in a minute, Becky, which is invaluable. It's like a user guide, but it talks about your all-in-one compact carry case, which is exactly what this is. You've got a couple of scoring tools here, and all four are different, from a very thin point nib to a more rounded, chunky nib, I'm going to call it, a chunky nib, and then a middle-sized one as well. So again, all work with your different techniques that you're going to do. Please excuse, this is my board. You won't get ribbon in yours. That's just my ribbon, what I do for my demonstrating. With my said pegs that we talked about at the beginning. So we'll take me 3 pegs out there as well. And we've also got a paper cutter. So in here, now this is the only bit that I would say, just be careful, because it's got a blade in there. Mine's already set up. But when you open it up, and I'll just try and open that up safely, you can see you just literally lift it off and pop it down to make it nice and safe. So that's the only factor that I would say. If you've got little kids, just make sure you've got that in. And I probably wouldn't recommend using that if you've got your little ones with you. Right, well, without supervision anyway.
Yes.
Now, so when I take this up, I'm going to go back into that centre, because the ruler part literally now fits in, and you can see the slots fit that in. What that now does is makes it solid, so it's not folding up. Can you see I'm lifting that up, and it's not folding that up, it's literally kept it nice and solid. So it's a nice workable board to work from, but it also acts as a ruler, and it also acts for your paper trimmer. And if I just grab a piece of paper to show you what I mean, we'll pop a little piece of card in here. Let's just pop that in, and then what you've got is like this. It is a little trimmer, and you can literally use your size guide with your centimetres or your inches, depending on which way to, you know, to cut yourself a nice size piece of card. So let's just turn that round for a second. So let's go this way, because I am a bit of an inches girl, Becky. I like me inches. So I'm going to just push that up to the top, and then literally you're just going to take that down and remove your cardstock. So I'm going to just go back down again and take that off, and then if I do it again, go back up to that 5 inches, make sure your ruler's nice and straight. Debbie, it would help if you got the ruler in the right way around. Well, I say, anybody think I were a craft expert? So literally what you've got now is a 5-inch square cut precisionally, because this ruler enables you to do it along with your craft knife. So it's another little tool in there. Now, I'm also going to show you the booklet, because the booklet part of it, this is invaluable, because Becky, this talks about everything you need to know about your portable craft room, because it's a portable craft carry case. That's exactly what it is. We're talking about card making that it covers. We're talking about the bow maker, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Box maker, I've already covered that with this side of the board. Thank you. I'm so tempted to say enveloper all the time. Yeah, envelope making. So you can do your envelope making as well on here. Now, your pop-out K-card creator, that's this section, and that's what this lovely side of the board is going to help with. Decorative embossing, what I've talked about as well. Paper trimmer, you've just seen me do that, where I've cut my beautiful 5-inch square out perfectly. Storage compartment, which we talked about on the other side, and if I just lift my ruler off, where I keep, Debbie, you turned it round, girl, where you keep all the storage compartments. And then you've got your accessories, and it talks about everything else then, from your card making to your basic half-folds, gatefold, square card. And I'm going to show you some of these, so don't worry, but this is a brilliant guide for making your own cards, whether it be a trifold, a slim fold, a concertina card, whether you want to use a jump-up card. And by a jump-up card, I mean one of those gorgeous diamond-shaped cards that you can see here, and they just literally pop up. They're like suspending air. They're really quite funky, those, Becky. Yeah. Pop-out cards, again, showing you what you can do with your pop-out. Your K-card, which basically means it's this special effect card that literally just pops out of the card, and it's absolutely fabulous. Again, talks about your bow making, your basic box techniques, your shape boxes, how to do your triangular boxes. Honestly, your magic ruler effect, your aperture centres, your wedge boxes, your envelope making. Yeah, and then it gives you little hints and tips about your 3 golden rules of envelope making. Envelope boxes, feel better now I can say that. And then even the size guides that you need to create your envelope boxes as well. So when I talk about it being a wealth, and we're still not done, Becky. No. decorative embossing, where you emboss your shapes, emboss your corners, emboss your lines, where you can do your concertina cards with your embossing, double embossing, using your paper trimmer, paper trimmer, the mouse cutter, the embossing tool as well, because there's, like I said to you, there's 4 different types on there, with your round, your pointed and your small inch ruler, which is on here. This is this little part here, but it talks about all of that, and it gives you absolutely, literally, everything you need to know about this fantastic portable craft room. And it really is my portable craft room, from making cards as simple as, and I'm going to use just a quick couple just to show you what I mean. I'm just going to do a basic half fold, and I've been delving in the realms of the Hunky Dory box. Don't tell Craig. Don't tell Craig. Yeah, it does, look, matches the top. But yeah, don't be telling Craig, will you? Because they probably shout at me. But what you're going to do for this is, you always, and I always tell people whenever I'm demonstrating this board, make sure your handle is on the right, the left-hand side to you, sorry, the left-hand side. It makes a difference, and I can promise you it makes a difference, because I'll show, in fact, I might even show you how you can go wrong straight away, and then you're thinking it's all wrong, the board, but I promise you it's not. You know, Sarah, Becky and her dad helped to engineer this board. It's one of the first few pieces of equipment that we actually did at Crafters Companion, and it's been one that we've never need to change. No. Absolutely fantastic. And then you've got straight away your very simple basic A4 fold. And I say that. Can I show you that, what I talked about, if you get it the wrong way around?
Yes, of course.
So if I pop, let's just take another piece of cardstock. Let me just grab a piece of cardstock. In fact, let me do a bit of white. I feel like I'm wasting my gorgeous cardstock here, so I'm going to just take a bit of white. Okay. But when you push it up there, you can see straight away you can't do it. You can't do it. Yeah. So if you're hit off fold A4, you wouldn't be able to do it. And even if you pushed it up to that side of the board, and this is a perfect example to show you. If you've got your board the wrong way around, then you can go wrong with the gap in between. So I would just be careful if you are using that, to make sure that you are pushing it up to that side of the handle, either way. But if you use it and you use it where you've got it that side, you can see straight away it's all wrong. The measurement's all wrong. So always remember, and because I'm right-hand sided, right-hand sided, left-hand side of the board, and then if you're more comfortable you can turn it the other way, but just remember your scoring board, scoring pieces on there, not to go the wrong way, if that makes any sense. I hope that made a little bit of sense.
It does, Pop it up next to the handle and you're going to get it right each time. Perfect. If you would like to treat yourself to this today, whilst it's the last show of the members event, this is a great time to do it. So in here, you are getting essentially everything you've just seen Debbie go through there, including that booklet that tells you all about it. And by the way, if you do lose the booklet, don't worry, you can head online. There's a downloadable version there as well. So let me run through everything you're getting in here. With the Ultimate Pro, this is the UK version. You are going to be getting all of the treats you can see, which is including the Ultimate board, embossing board, the boutique boxes. You're getting the permanent tape pen, 22 meters of that. I know, it's taller than me. You're getting the red liner double-sided tape, Centura Pearl, 10 of them in the black, and then you've got the Snow White hint of silver as well. Big saving on that, saving over 20%. And as I said before, this is the UK version. If you would like the US version, then we have got this coming up for you now. And just as a reminder, it is the same situation. It's just the markings are slightly different because our measurements are slightly different in the UK. So this is your US version on screen right now. And again, massive saving. If you're platinum, $60 only. This is over $102 worth of treats you're getting here for $60 if you're platinum. So it's well worth treating yourself. Let me remind you of some other goodies you can add to your basket if you so wish. This is the Envelobox Creator Scoreboard. This is the one that will create your envelope boxes and give you beautiful finishes time after time. Great for storage, great for chocolates and so much more. $9.59 or £9.59 if you're platinum today. Don't forget as well, it's double points. You've also got your top score as well here. You're getting, we will talk more about this later on, by the way, but if you do want to add it to your basket, maybe you've been waiting for it to be under, you know, £13. Today's your day. It's £10.39 or $10.36. I've also got the boxer board here. This is wonderful for creating boxes. Lots of different themes you can do with these. You can use these a lot with some of maybe our characters to make them themed, for example, Easter, Christmas, etc. Today, all of your details on screen now. So if you do want to seize the moment, you can grab that one. I've also got the Score Master board. This is a really handy, useful board, and it will give you all of the measurements you need, including that folding tool as well. Double-sided on that, and again, we'll discuss it more later. And then you've got the big score. It is A3 size, so you've got a really sizable piece here. And again, you've got measurements to the minutiae. You've got a double-sided board, again, really useful for you. And this is UK only, just to let you know. And then I've got the Enveloper Pro. So this is absolutely all that you need to create not just envelopes of different sizes, but different shapes as well. So that is UK only. Now we are going to be talking more about the Ultimate Pro. We've got so many of you in. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. Lovely Gloria did say, I was just wondering, will Debbie be demonstrating with the Ultimate Pro? I'm so glad that Debbie is doing this great class. Thank you. We're going to have a demo with that in a little bit. Don't forget, get those more of those questions coming through. We are going to be demoing with it now. And what are we looking at first off?
Well, you just see me do me basic A4 card, fold cards. I thought, you know what, let me show you how you can do one of the pop-out cards with it as well, to show you other things that you can do. Because you've got this fabulous board here that tells you about all your different ones that you need to do. So, with that in mind, I've already got this one that I'd already half folded. That's the right one. So with this, what we're just going to do now is go to the gatefold. So if I just show you, going again, go back over that line. So we've got the half fold. Yeah. With the gatefold, little top tip as well. Do you know when you're scoring? And I often try and explain this to people. When you're scoring, you don't have to put lots of pressure and groove right into that line. It's all about gently breaking the fibres. So what you don't want to do, and I've done it, Becky, I've gone like a bull in a china shop and ripped through my cardstock. Right. So you don't want to do that. You just want to do gentle little score lines. And if you can hear, you can't really hear me going across that cardstock. No. I've just done gently. If you go really heavy, that's when you can do all the ripping. I wouldn't recommend that. Great. But going back to that, to create this lovely pop-out card, what we're going to use on here now is, and again, if you've noticed, if you're right-handed like myself, I've got it to the left again. I've got my card up to the board, and you just remember that. Always take the card up to the handle of the board, never the other way around, because that's when your marks are going to go off each and every single time. Right, so with that said, I am going to go on the gatefold A4. So if I look along the bottom, I can see here gatefold A4, and I'm going to go top to bottom again, a few gentle score lines, and then that gives me 1/2 of the half fold. When I turn it around, what that now does is give me the gatefold A4 again. So I'm just going to go straight back down there. But what that has done now is enabled me to, and if I just move that to one side for a second, score, burnish, and you're going to use your tools to do your burnishing with. And then I'm going to bring this back on itself, and we're just going to do this onto the top to the bottom, turn that across, and we're going to do exactly the same and fold that over. You're using your score lines as the guide, and what that's done now is created this pop-out feature that would sit really lovely inside the inside of my card. So if we just show you there, that's how you can create your lovely pop-out features. And I say pop-out, I'm going to show you what else you can do with the board. So from that lovely print there, open it up and you've got that lovely little kit. And all you would do is literally stick those down and then perhaps decorate it. However, you do have other things on the board to be able to use. And again, let's go back into that centre part. And you can fold this over as well, so you can make it really nice and a more compact workstation. And then when you're going to do this, now when you do this part, it covers everything, every single thing that you can think about. It covers all of these little features, how you do this. Now, how I do it is, and again, you're just going to use that half fold there again and centralise. Now, shall we have a star, Becky? Shall we have a star?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's have a star. Why not? So what I'm going to do is just lift that off for a second, and this is when you need to get your tools again. So I always, when I'm using this, and it's probably a personal preference for this in how you would do this, but literally, and there's other little tips as well. Do you know, like tumble dryer sheets and things like that to help you find your place a little bit easier? Those kind of things, a little top tips, a little bar of wax that you can just put your little ball tool in and helps it glide a little bit easier.
Okay.
So, but what you're just going to do is find the tip there. Now, I'm just going to push that up to that. Can you see on the board, there's these little markings?
Yes.
I don't know if it's visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So you're just going to push that up to there. And then literally we're going to do that lovely star. So I'm going to find my little groove, take my ball tool, there we go, and then just find that groove and follow it around. Now, like I said, there is like little tips that you can do with this. You can hold it into place, but literally just follow that and it should find its groove quite naturally. So again, just follow, and you can see all I'm doing is following that groove round. I'm giving it a little once over. I'm holding it down with my finger as well, just so that you can see. But you'll be able to physically feel when it changes. So you just literally, and again, if you've noticed, Becky, I'm not going 10-ton with it.
No.
I don't think I've actually gone central with my star, so you're going to have to excuse me. I might have a little bit of a wobbly star here. I'm going to blame the early morning start. A start with character. I like that, producer Georgina.
Yeah.
Shall we go with that one? A star with character?
Stars aren't always the same shape in the sky,
Exactly.
are they? You see.
Oh dear. So literally now I'm just going to go back over, and you can see that groove, and when it turns you can feel that go up to its natural spot. Now, one way that I do it to cheat a little bit is I fold it back over, and then I'm just going to cut that out. Literally take the scissors.
Genius.
And cut that out. So yeah, you're going to have to excuse me, wonky star.
I like
Now
it.
you can cut it out if you want to do, or you could use a craft ruler with your little craft knife that you have, because there's a little craft knife obviously in there with that little mouse that we saw earlier on. And then literally I'm just going to follow that around, and that now creates my little star in the centre, and I'm just going to pop that out for a second. Oops, come on Debbie, get your scissors round. Always talk to yourself. I talk to myself when I'm crafting.
Yeah.
But when I do it, I talk to myself thinking that there's no one listening. I keep forgetting there's lots of people listening at the minute. So now what we've got is my lovely wonky wonky star.
Oh, perfect. Love it.
You would, when you're positioning that, make sure it's in the centre. However, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, I like
doesn't.
it.
In fact,
You
I'll
could
tell
bite
you
at the
what,
top.
we'll stick it down with our tape pen so that you now have got a little funky cool star there that literally now pops out into the centre of your card. And of course you've got that little star that you could be using for something else, Becky, if you wanted to.
Yeah, of course.
So that's just one style of card that you can do, but obviously we talk about lots of different styles in the Ultimate. I did in Craftaganza a couple of years back. I actually did like a one-on-one tutorial with these, and again, let's just get that the right way around. With my bottom heavy star. I think it's had too much for lunch. When it's dropped down to the bottom of the cardstock. But again, just showing you that little pop-out feature. And you've got all of those from your lovely butterfly. So you've got your butterfly in there. Obviously, you've just seen that lovely star. You've got the arched window, and two different sizes as well, Becky.
Yeah.
You've got large, you've got a small, and that's on all of them. This lovely one with the curvature, I just think is really nice. You could be doing that with all of those to create that beautiful feature on there. But like I said, there are a lot more cards that you can be creating with especially this side of the board. Absolutely fabulous, where you can be doing all sorts. So shall we have another go? Let's have a think. Let's have another one, because I've got some. In fact, that was my butterfly that I did earlier. Let me just show you the butterfly that I did earlier. Actually, this is what I do for lots of different cards. I actually write on the front, and this is what we did at Craftaganza. We did lots of different style cards, so you can actually see how you can create some.
Oh, I see.
So again, that was the half fold. Let's do gatefold. That's a good one, the gatefold. Ooh, let me grab another piece of this gorgeous cardstock. It's absolutely glorious, Becky. Being in my element with this one. So we'll do a gatefold. So what we'll do is we'll do gatefold A4. Literally top to bottom. flip reverse it, again pushing it up to the handle side of the board.
Yeah.
Yep. And then again going down the gatefold A4. Nice, soft, not too heavy, and then just push that and then guide that along there to create your gatefold card with ease, and you're not having to worry about how that will match, because look at that, and that was done. Why would you go out and buy these cards when you can make them yourself? And this is just, well, that's just 2 that I've shown you, but there are loads more that you can do with this board. It really is a crafter's companion, this one, and it's one that I personally use a lot. I absolutely use it loads. And then kind of like I said, you've got all your other little features. You've got your bow maker on there with your pegs. You just pop your pegs in there. And again, you could make from small bows, teeny weeny bows, if you put them in these 2 ones. You could go to larger bows. You can make them really large if you wanted. This is entirely up to you how you put these on. In fact, shall we make a large one? Let's make a nice large one. Pop those in there. Simply pop your ribbon, fold it underneath, bring it round to the top. Let me just make sure I've got that nice and central, Becky. We've had enough upsy-daisy, tipsy-turvy, top-heavy things at the minute. No more today. But literally, you've made yourself a beautiful bow, and I'll just take my pegs off just for a second. And I've got myself my lovely bow there as well. So you can see how easy it is to create your own bows as well. It is an absolute, definite crafter's companion. And with the deal that we've got on today, with it being Members Week, all those extra things that you're getting make it, for me, an absolute belter of a deal. And I honestly, I know from other people when they say that they've got their boards, they never, they never not use it. It's always there, because there's just so many functions that you can do with it, from card making to box making, different styles of cards, different shapes of cards. You've got all sorts in there that is absolutely a must-have in any crafter's stash.
It's so true. You are not the only one saying it. Aisha's insane. I am the proud owner of both versions of the Ultimate Pro and the size of the Scoremaster. They are essential tools. Aisha, hi Aisha, saying to you. Hi Panda saying, wow, the price of the big scoreboard is amazing. I use mine every day when I craft. I love it. Mary Pat saying, I use the big scoreboard for almost every project. I absolutely love it. There's so many of you saying the exact same thing, and this is the wonderful sort of element of this tool. It is called the Ultimate Pro for a reason. Pro, you don't have to be pro. You can be brand new to use this, but you're going to look professional every time. It's so simple to use, and it really can save you time, effort, energy, and money. All of the things you're seeing on screen, you are getting, including but not limited to the Centura Pearl and the tapes as well. So all of this today, a big discount and double points, final show of you members. If you have just tuned in and you're thinking, okay, I've seen a load of the things it can do, surely it can't do anything else, keep your peepers peeled at this.
The Ultimate Crafter's Companion is an all-in-one compact carry case which is going to allow you to score, measure, trim, emboss and embellish. The case incorporates 10 vital paper crafting tools, all rolled into one lightweight and portable product. If you're crafting at home, this makes a great workstation. Or the carry case design allows you to easily pack up everything you need for crafting on the move. With the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make hundreds of different cards in all shapes and sizes. Working with standard card and paper size, you can fold anything, from basic bifold, trifolds and gatefold cards, right up to pop-out, jump-up cards, or even more complex keepsake books. Simply rest your cardstock against the carefully calculated grid lines, read off the desired size, and use one of the specially designed scoring tools to create an accurate and very professional crease. Every card needs an envelope, and with the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make envelopes in any shape and size to match all your handmade cards. Package your delicate craft projects in colour-coordinated matching envelopes and add a professional finishing touch. No longer will you be restricted to making cards to correspond with ready-made envelope sizes. With hundreds of possible size combinations, your imagination is the limit. And for those really special dimensional cards, you can create 3D box envelopes to not only house, but to protect your handmade card creations. Create your own boxes in any shape and size, from a matchbox right up to a shoebox. All of the calculating and measuring has been taken care of for you, so you can simply follow the guide and create custom-sized boxes which fit together perfectly. Triangular, hexagonal, diamond-shaped boxes are all possible, as well as your regular boxes. You can also create specialised exploding boxes or expanding boxes too. You can even make your own favour boxes for those special occasions. Any craft tool box should include a paper trimmer, and when you're crafting on the go with the ultimate paper crafting tool, you'll need a paper trimmer at your fingertips. The integrated trimmer stores inside the tool and clips into place for easy access. The ergonomically designed cutting mouse holds a standard sized blade, which is very easy to replace. Create delicate embellishment for your paper crafting projects with the integrated bow maker. A simple 6-step process will allow you to create perfect bows in an instant. For paper embellishment, you can use the decorative embossing shapes which are featured throughout the board. Emboss onto special papers, vellums or even acetate to create your own intricate toppers. Everything you need comes included with the tool and stores inside for easy access. Each unit includes a full colour instruction book, cutting mouse and ruler, the bow making pegs and 2 specially designed scoring and embossing tools. Whether you're crafting on the move or using this as a complete workstation at home, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion provides you with all the tools you need at your fingertips.
I mean, it's epic how much you can do with it, isn't it? It really, truly is. So if you do want to seize the moment on that, absolutely do. If you are grabbing that, of course, once you own it, you own it. There's no kind of extras that you're going to need to update apart from maybe the blade in your cutter. But there are some consumables that we always need, and adhesives is one of them. I'm going to start off by bringing to you your collection of different adhesives. Now, if you are new, because I want to say hello to Marilyn, who's on YouTube saying, this is my first live chat with Crafter's Companion, ooh, which is lush, hiya. You're just mentioning to us, if you are quite new, maybe you don't really know all the differences between these glues. We are going to have a glue school for you shortly, and it is just knowledge upon knowledge, so tune in for that. It's going to be with you in a moment or two. In this, you are going to be getting 6 different elements, 6 different types of tapes, if you will, including the likes of your 3D glue, including the likes of your wonderful all-purpose. You've got dotty tape pens, you've got liner tapes, foam pads, you've got it all here. And it's a really good way of learning the different elements that they do. We have got for our final show, and remember, all of these will end at midnight. So do make the most of this, because although we've got 3 for 2 on our website on Adhesive at the moment, this one is even better. So seize the moment if you want to stock up. We have also got dotty tape pens. Now, if you aren't entirely sure what a dotty tape pen looks like, let me show you this. This is great for your wonderful mess-free gluing, if you will. You're going to not get 1 or 2. You're actually going to be getting 6 of these, which is massive, as you can see. In fact, there you go. I've only got 5 there even, but 6 of them you're going to be getting in total for just $19.96 or $27.80. Not just that, I've also got the solid ones for you as well. Let me show you again just to prove it. This one we're looking at here, nice and sturdy. It is acid free, don't forget, so you can use it on your photographs. Again, you're going to be getting 6 of these in total. Your lovely delivery person is going to look like Santa with all of these waddling down your drive. Oh, look at all them masses. Again, for you, $15.96 or $23.80. If you're platinum, even better, as you can see on your screen. Then we're going to bring to you your red liner tape. Now this one, you're getting 2 different thicknesses. So you've got your 3mm. As you can see with the 3mm, nice and delicate. If you've got nice and delicate designs that you're trying to create all stick together, you're getting 3 of those ones, and then you're getting the 6mm. Again, you see the slight size difference in those ones? Yep. 6mm on these, and again, you're going to be getting 3. So 6 in total. This is your chance to seize the moment on those ones. Again, wonderful red liner tape. We will talk more about all of these in a little bit. So if you don't know exactly what they're all about, don't worry, Debbie's here for you. £8.45 if you are platinum in the UK today. We have got all-purpose glue for you as well. So I'll show you one of them. This is your all-purpose collal that you're going to be getting. You're going to get a 3-pack of these ones today. So if you do love this one, I know that people absolutely adore this so often. 3 of those you're getting for just £5.50. Your face reacted when that price came in.
Because I looked down and I thought £4.40. I'm thinking that's not bad, and then I was like, for 3. I think Georgina saw me face. I was like, for 3? Are you kidding me? That is a fabulous deal, and it's glue. Let me tell you that you're going to use loads and loads of, and I am gonna go and talk through all of the glues with you, from your dotty tape pens and why you need your solid and your dotty, or your strip and your dotty. I'm also going to talk about red liner tape and what you can do with your red liner tape.
Great.
I'm going to talk about my favourite glue, which is chunky glue, or in the world of craft, it is our 3D collal glue. So it's just my little nickname for it, Becky. You'll get used to me. And then I'm going to talk about all-purpose. I am, though, going to bring in a little comparison, because I think it's really important. Although we don't have any currently available, I know that you will own some of this, and it will be coming back, so it's only a temporary measure. But I am going to talk about the differences between the two, because there is a big difference between the two. So what we've got here is our all-purpose, which Leanne calls the best glue in the world, and it's a big statement, but she genuinely believes it, because it is a fantastic glue that can do all sorts of things. Now, this is the solvent-based glue, so I want you to come in close so you can see the difference between the two. This one here, both twist caps, they've both got twist caps on them, talk about that in a moment, but this is all-purpose glue, which is a solvent-based one. That's the one that's got the bit of a whiff to it. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally don't mind it, but because it's solvent-based, it has got a little bit of a sniffy whiff to it. But it's my wet wiggle glue, I call it, because there's lots of things that you can do with it. It's absolutely fantastic glue, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two. And then the tacky glue is our water-based one. It's like a PVA glue, so it's water-based. And because of that, they offer 2 different kind of jobs. And I'm going to do a Jan to show you. And I say this because Jan's like my oracle, a little crafting oracle. But the one thing that we get asked a lot of, especially when we're teaching in Chesterfield and things like that, is the kind of glues. People used to say to me, my glue warps. And I'm like, what glue are you using? I'm going to say tacky glue. What cardstock are you using? Because each glue works differently for each one. Now, the solvent base is perfect for your matting and layering, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So with all of our glues in this bottle form, it is a twist cap. So you're just going to twist the cap to let the glue run freely out of here. And I've taken a couple of pieces of cardstock with this, Becky, and I've just chopped them down into size. Now, one thing I will tell you is less is more when it comes to our glue, and I am guilty of it, and I know the other craft experts will say the same. When I first started using glue, I thought the old thing there was, if you put enough glue down,
it'll stick.
It'll stick.
You thought more was more.
I thought more was more. As I've learnt quite quickly in the world of craft, it isn't anything to do with more is more. It's about being careful with it is probably the right word. But what I'm just doing is securing all of that down, and we're going to let this dry, and I'll show you the difference between the 2 glues. And I've taken this tacky glue as well. Now, tacky glue is a water-based one, so whenever I use tacky glue, I do give it a shake, and that's just to make sure it mixes, because like with anything with water in, it can separate. So just give it a nice little shake. And again, it's a twist cap. Now, I know Debbie absolutely loves her glue, tacky glue. She uses it for all sorts of things. Now, tacky glue is perfect for things like embellishments. It's also perfect for, do you know, things like your coated cardstock?
Yeah.
This is when I would not use all-purpose glue. So again, I'm just popping lots of glue onto there, and then I'm just going to pop that in there. So we're just going to pop that back in, and I'm just going to give it a nice little adhere over. Now, tacky glue does take, the the best way to describe tacky glue is that you need to cure it. Like if you cure it and you leave it for a little bit, you can smooth it around with your finger, and you literally gets tacky. It gets tacky. But I'm going to leave that there for a second, and we're going to let these two dry. All-purpose, definitely perfect for matting and layering, but not for the coated cardstock. So things like glitters. Do you know your glitter cardstock, your luxury glitter cardstock, your mirror cardstock? It'll probably lift it because it is a solvent-based one. Whereas when you come to tacky glue, that is when I would use it for coated cardstock. So it's perfect for glitter cardstock and mirror cardstock for that whole reason. And perfect for embellishments as well, Becky. So I tend to use, and you'll see mine and probably Debbie's as well, we actually decant ours into those little fine tip applicator bottles. This is full of tacky glue and it's perfect for my embellishments. So do you know my little flat back embellishments when I want to pop them on? It's absolutely perfect for that reason. So I definitely would use that for coated cardstock and for embellishments because it's absolutely fabulous glue. And I'm going to let those dry and we'll come back to those in a little while and see the difference between the two. But this is honestly the most fabulous glue, and my mouth did drop open when I saw that price because was that 3 bottles that I saw for £5.50 club price without your membership off? Honestly, Becky, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So that is going to be a glue that you do use time and time again because it gives you strength. What it does, Becky, is it gives strength and it's perfect for that matting and layering reason. So absolutely use that. But every single glue has a place in crafting. Absolutely it does. Do you want me to talk about the dotty tape pens and the normal tape?
Sounds great.
Because there's a difference and there's a reason why we have these two as well. And let me just tell you, they're absolutely fabulous. Now I've brought in a couple of die cut elements here because I want to show you the difference. Now I am going to show you something you're probably thinking, what's she doing? But I just want to show you the difference between what we call the strip glue, and these are super strong adhesives. Let me just tell you now, these aren't no things that cards are going to slip and slide anywhere or anything like that. You can construct boxes with them, put envelope boxes with them together. It's going to be absolutely perfect for that. There is, let me get this right because I always get I say 22 metres, 72 feet. That's it, 22 metres. That's a lot of glue, a lot of glue. And I promise you, huggings of glue on there, and it's in a strip form. This one is the dotty one, and it's clearly stripped. You've got your strip there and you've got your dotty tape there where you can see that's really clear on the tin. Plus there's a slight difference in the purple. This one's lighter, this one's darker. This is perfect for all your things like your intricate die cuts. Now I cut this out this morning when we were doing the second chance Sunday. I was doing a bit of die cutting with my intricate die. I have actually fetched another one in because I want to show you the difference when you use the both. However, what I'm going to show you is how to use them because this is the biggest thing that we get asked loads and loads of time. Now I'm just trying to find a little scrap of paper for a time bit. Let me just go back to that little square. When you are using these, now the best way to hold them is you've got some ridges at the top, so you put your finger at the top. You've got your, literally you'd have a top to take off, and then when you are using it, you're literally just going to hold it straight, so you pop it down straight and you flick and give it a little twist. Now I don't know if you can see that solid line. I'm just trying to see if I can angle it. Do you know what I might be better to do it on?
Go on.
Black. Let me use the black. And this will be a good one actually with the all-purpose and the tacky as well, so I can go back to those two just to quickly explain. So when you're popping that on, hold it at the top, bring it down, but make sure you give it a little twist and you've got your glue on there. So again, twist, twist, flick, twist, whichever way it is that you want to. You can see it really clearly now.
Yes.
If you don't, and I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to talk about this because I don't want to ruin this tape pen, but if you are not careful to do the flicking, and it can be any way, whether you do a straight flick, a straight little flick with a curve, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, if you don't and you pop that down and then lift it, so if I was to lift this right now without doing that little flicking action, what would happen is that the glue would, as I pulled it away, would follow up. And it would come along with it, and then literally you'd probably have to be winding it on, and you could actually damage your glue pen. So one thing I'm going to tell you is, honest to goodness, make sure that when you are using this, you give it that little flicking action. Now you probably don't see us because we are quick of the eye is what I'm going to say, Becky. Quick of the eye here at Crafters when we're using this. But you can, if you're watchers, you'll see us literally, we give it a little stop. So when you're popping it on, and I nearly did it, Becky. Oh, I nearly did it without flicking, and then literally that would have come right up, and I would have ruined the glue with that, and that's the last thing you want to do. So I'm just going to stick this down. So let me just, in fact, this will be a good one to show you. Let's just pop this over. Let's just literally, and I'm going to give it a little burnish because I'm not going to waste that. I'm just going to show you. When you are adhering or when you're sticking two pieces together, you need a little bit of friction and heat, if that's the right word.
Yeah, that's
so you
right.
give it a little, literally, I'm just smoothing it over and running my fingers around there so that you are giving it that heating so that it sticks together, and it also makes it, it's honestly going to be super, super strong. So literally, I'm just folding that over now. So you've seen me use it with the flicking action to make sure your glue breaks easily. And now I'm just giving it a nice little, what's the word?
Burnish.
Almost like a burnish with my fingers.
Yeah.
That's the right word, Becky. That's the right word. But what I want to show you is the strength of it. So I have left a little gap there, but I'm going to try and pull this apart. I probably might be able to get into it a little bit. Just hang on a second. Let's just give that a little... I know what'll happen if I do, but literally, I'm just going to show you that when you have got that together and you've given that a good burnish, it's quite difficult to move it. It literally is. So this is super, super strong adhesive. Don't be fooled into thinking it's a quick fix. Don't be fooled into thinking that when you add something to, you know, if you pop this on the front now, it's not going to slip and slide anywhere. It's going to stay there, I promise you. Now the dotty tape pen, I'm going to bring the dotty tape pen in for a second. I am going to use across my lovely filigree design, and I know full well that when I do this, and it's the same motion, I'll just show you again, when you're using your dotty tape pen, it's that same flicking motion where you give it a little tiny breakage when you're popping it on, whether you're using it for a long strip, whether you're using it for a short strip, and you hold it in the same position as well. Now can you see? Ah, perfect. There, you can see that lovely dotty feature to that glue. And again, this is super strong adhesive, Becky. I promise you, this is another super strong adhesive. But what it actually does when you run it across, and I'll show you in a moment when we go in close. So we're just going to pop that across all the elements. I'm missing my butterflies because there's a little element of my butterflies on there, Becky, that lift off. So I'm not going to cover that with any glue, but I'm just going to pop that across all the way around. I think I've got enough there to be popping that on. We're going to stick that onto my white background. Again, if you've noticed, I'm giving it that little, I'll call it a finger burnish. Want a better word.
Oh, yeah.
It's creating that bit of heat to stick down, the heat from your natural fingers, and in my case, extremely hot because I've got my fan on me today. I'm just going to lift my butterflies off though. But what I want to show you, once you've got that all down, now a lot of time when we're here at Crafters TV, time is of the essence. We don't get, we don't get to do this little bit. If I was using this at home, this is exactly what I would be doing.
Got you.
9 times out of 10, we're in such a bit of a rush. We're having to quickly put it on, quickly stick it down, get me demo done really quick. But I want to see if our Charlotte can get in super close to this now to show you that you can't see any of the, and I can't think of a better word because let me think.
It's always sort of like cobwebs, doesn't it?
Yeah,
sometimes?
Where you've got them glue. I call them, I'm sorry if I offend anybody here, but I call them glue bogies where they come through.
Right,
Do you know that?
yeah,
Literally. I promise you're not getting any of that. I can run my fingers across there, I can put my fingers on there, and I can't feel a single bit of glue, Becky.
No,
it is
great.
Literally the most fabulous, 22 metres against 72 feet, but the fabulous invention that we've got under our wing when it comes to our lovely things. Now, if I was to use the solid on one of these, and I'll have to bring this one back in just for a second, but if I was to use the solid across there, and I'm just going to do this so you can see, but when we now pop a solid glue on, what you've got, and I'm just going to go across there just to point at it, it's like it, just so you can see it. But when you pop that on, now what we've got, and I'm going to get Charlotte to come in a little bit closer again. Let me give it a nice little idea. But what you can see, if we go in close, is all the glue. Can you see all the glue seeping through? So that's the difference between a dotty tape pen, where you've got absolutely nothing showing through, and then if you're going to use that with your solid tape, doesn't work. So each glue and each tape pen, and it's glue on a tape, it's glue on a pen. That's exactly what it is. A strip and dots. They each do their own job, and they do it really well if you apply them properly. So that for me is why you need dotty tape pen, and why you would need, because I am going to be using the solid one, the solid strip. I am going to be using that in my box making and all those kind of things. So that's just a little difference between the two. I wonder, can we go back to my first things?
Go on,
Can we go back to show you? It's worked perfectly, and it'll explain it. Now, I don't know if you can see, in fact, actually, you can see, apart from my fan blowing everything up, take a look at this one, straight. It is literally straight. There is no warpage. It's super straight and it's super strong. And that is not, it's not warped in any way, shape or form. But look at this one. It's got a little bit of a curl going off.
Yeah.
And and it's got some lumps and bumps inside, because using that tacky glue is just, you can see this is where the warpage comes, and this is when you'll hear people, in fact, that's probably can we do it that way, the front way, Charlotte, just so I can show you? Perfect, there, you can see it. Can you see it curling?
Yeah.
Whereas on the all-purpose one, straight.
Yeah.
The tacky one curls. Each glue has its own place, and I promise you, tacky glue is absolutely fabulous for things like this. So tacky glue for your embellishments, and I've popped, well, I'm saying me, the royal we. Pop loads of different embellishments onto this board to show you what tacky glue can actually hold. And I'm going to tip it that way so you can see the dimension?
Yeah.
We've got on here, we've got, oops, let me hold that up straight. We've got pom-poms, we've got little cones, I've got little plastic glasses, lots of those embellishments that stick up, so those 3D embellishments. We've got things like glitter, bottle tops on here, normal cardstock, because it does work, and it's the coated cardstock, I don't know if you've noticed on here, all the coated stuff, so things like Centura Pearl, things like glitter cardstock, everything that's coated, you're not going to get that warpage, because it doesn't do that with the coated. With just ordinary cardstock and paper, it's the water contents that creates that warpage. But when you come to using things like this, you've got all your tacky glue that can hold those embellishments into place. I mean, look at this. This is a clay owl, and look at the size of that. That is held on this mount board, and I'm not going to try and put, but it's literally stuck there. It's not going anywhere. The same with all these little stones and all those kind of things. So when I talk about glues having a place, this is probably the best visual I can show you, because literally every glue does a certain job. You've got your tacky glue and your all-purpose glue. Normal matting and layering, all-purpose. Tacky glue maybe not so much on cardstock like this, which is porous surface, but things like coated cardstock, absolutely fabulous with, and embellishments, absolutely fabulous with. You've got your dotty tape pens, which work perfectly with all your intricate ones. Your solid tape, your strip tape, not so good with your, your delicate die cuts. So that is just a few of them. In the next segment, we'll talk about glues and like my 3D glue, and we'll talk about the red liner tape, because let me tell you, another favourite as well. So we'll come back to that. If you're unsure, you can ask me any questions you want. We're going to have a little section where you can ask Debbie. We'll call it. Shall we call it that, Becky?
Yes, ask Debbie. I've already had a few questions coming through.
Fabulous.
So send some more in, and then we'll kind of do a little Q&A section together. This is your Adhesive Essential Starter Collection. You're getting 6 different types of glues, so it's great if you are a beginner. As you've seen, then they do have different, purposes. If you just want to stock up, then this is a great opportunity for you as well, because, as I mentioned before, a little bit better than the 3 for 2 final discount deal that we've got on today. It's a better saving on that one. If you want to seize the moment and you thought, Becky, oh, Debbie's just shown, I've got loads of the lovely intricate dies, I want to give it a nice finish, this is the one for you. It's your tape pen, 6 of them in a pack. It is $19.96, not the year, the price today, or it is $27.80, and you are getting 6 of these ones. You've seen how useful it's going to be, so it's a great one for you to seize the moment on whilst we have it, 22 meters or 72 feet. Then we've got the solid finish one. Again, 22 meters or 72 feet on this. Really sturdy, really secure. When you do give it sort of the, you know, iron, finger press or finger iron, if you will, this really does become nice and solid and secure. You can get really close up to corners as well with it. It's a wonderful bit of kit. Again, $15.96 or $23.80. And one thing I will say is you can get different types of tape pens from quite a few places. Some places, I'll be honest, you can get, you know, for like £1 for one of these, but it's not the same type of glue. This is extra strong, so it's well worth it. Not only got that, I have got your red liner tape. We're going to talk about this one a little bit more. I've got 3 packs of your 6mm here. You can tell the size because obviously the thickness of them, it also tells you in the bottom corner. And then I've got 3 sets of your 3mm here. You are going to be getting ultra clear finish with these ones. You are going to be getting 10 meters on each of those as well. And today it's just $10.56 or $21.80, unless you're platinum, at which case it's under a tenner. Not stopping there, I'm also bringing to you your all-purpose Kalau, and this is what we were just showing then, and it is so useful, really helpful. And I have seen Lisa that we've got a question about these. We'll ask that to Debbie in a little bit, so stick with us. So £5.50. The price for that is genuinely astonishing. You and I will both know that you can buy glue similar to this, about £8 each, to be able to get that for such a good purpose glue. It's fabulous. So seize the moment whilst you can, remembering it's your final time of double points. That double points, by the way, is only until midnight wherever you are. So it's not just about glue school. Do keep those questions coming through if you want. I'll ask them shortly. We've also been talking about our Ultimate Pro today. This one is your collection with card and with adhesives as well. In this one, you are going to be getting Cintura Pearl. And if you are new, you don't know what we mean by that. Can you see the sort of glossiness to this, that pearlescence? It's gentle iridescence, gives a really luxe finish to your cards. You're also getting the boutique boxes amongst other elements in there. Again, I've seen questions coming through and I will ask them in a bit to keep some more coming in. Today, the whole kit and caboodle is just £50 or £40 if you are platinum member. And remember, if you do have any questions, you can get them in on our socials. So head on over, you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on YouTube as well. If you head on over there, you can just type a message in the box and it'll wing its way to us. But now though, let's carry on being inspired with Debbie. I'm with you.
So we've talked about the Ultimate and the functions that the Ultimate Pro can do, and it is an absolutely fabulous one, but we've got lots of other additional boards as well, and we've got some amazing boards on the show at the most amazing prices. So absolutely take a look on the Shop the Show or whatever it is that you're looking at, and go and take a look at some of the deals that we've got on there. One of the things that we have on there is what we call the Top Score multi-board, and everything that you saw me do initially on the, you know, the card making side function of the Ultimate Pro is basically what this is, but this is even more portable, Becky, because on here not only is it all your card making facilities on this one, from, again, and we'll talk through them, from your gatefold A5 to your gatefold A4 to your trifold, your half fold, square, half fold A4. You've got little decorative panels on there as well, but even more portable, you've got a box making board. So this is absolutely fabulous. Great price. Look at that platinum price. And if you are brand new to Crafters TV and you are brand new to crafting and you're thinking, what kind of tools do I need to get myself started, and you think perhaps the Ultimate's a little bit out of reach or maybe not for you today, what I'm going to tell you is this is absolutely worth its weight in gold or worth its weight in those pennies that you see on the side of the screen, because what you can do with this board is absolutely phenomenal. And again, it's all down to, you've got all the scores on there. Literally, Becky, we've just made this so easy for you today. And literally, I'm going to go on to some white card for this one, but we've got lots of gorgeous cardstocks on here, and there's lots of kind of different cards that you can do as well. I'm just going to grab a couple of my cards out of my box, because literally, Becky, when I tell you that I carry lots of cards, can I just show you my box?
Yeah.
I'll just show you my box.
Oh, wowzers.
Right, so it's my big box. But when I talk about different cards that I make with my Ultimate, which you can still do with this top scoreboard, I've got concertina cards, I've got my pop-out cards, I've got my gatefold card, I've got, in fact, I'm going to show you, pop-out card that we've done, just your basic half-fold card, a centre step-out card. These are all the things that you can achieve on your board. And if I'm just showing you these, that you can see, literally, this centre step pops out. It is absolutely fabulous, and it's so easy to achieve with your boards. You can do things like square cards with these. You can then develop that onto box cards. You can make your box cards. You can do all sorts, Becky. I'm literally trying to fold out a few just to show you. You can do fold back cards. You can do bridge cards on here as well. So bridge cards are a really nice thing. You can do your sizes go down in A5 size. So that's an A5 concertina one, A5 cardstock. We've got that lovely diamond point card, what I think our Debbie once showed us how to do, and I were blown away with it. So literally, you've got your diamond point card as well that you've got on here. All these things you're going to be able to do. Gift wallets, circular pop-out cards on here as well. All these things that you can achieve using a good quality scoreboard like your Ultimate Pro that has all those on there, and all your other things as well. Becky, when I say, this is still full of cards underneath here. Brilliant. I'm telling you, there are tons and tons of cards that you can make, and this is just one of my boxes, because I do have another box at home that has all me, what I call me more complicated card folds. But it's just to show you the kind of things that you can choose. Look, it's like building up, or what do you call it here? Building up. But honestly, they're just absolutely, scoreboards for me are an absolute must-have to have in your crafty stash, because of all the things that you can do with them. So going back to that top scoreboard, and if we can just show you it again, it's absolutely fabulous. It's got that box making facility on the other side. I'm just going to grab my score tool, but we're going to do what we call a trifold. So on this one, I have taken a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to push it. Now, every single time you think about this, it's where you position your cardstock. So there's a little lip on the side of the board enabling you to pop it up and hold it securely into place. So because I'm using A4, the trifold A4 card is this line here. So you can't, it's a bit difficult in the camera light to see, however, it is clearly marked on there. And I've heard people do different techniques with this, Becky, where they've actually used a bit of nail polish to highlight it a little bit more, so that they can see it, because it's purple writing on purple.
Yes.
Difficult in this light,
yeah,
but in the naked eye I can see
it's
that
easy.
Really clearly.
Yeah.
I'm just going to then turn that over, and I've got myself a little trifold card. And the trifold card I absolutely love, and this is when you can start to do your, your things like your concertina cards and all those kind of things, and different folds. And one of my favourite folds, so just bring that in for a second, because you can have that then to have that lovely trifold element, and you can see there straight away from that top position.
Yeah.
However, you can do some nice fancy folds with it as well. So you can do what I call a twisted trifold. So I'm going to use one of these lines as a pointer, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go from the top, so that top first score line, down to that bottom one. So you've got like this not Katie corner, but like on that first half of the trifold, first score line, down to the bottom score line, using one of the lines on the board. Now on my scoreboards, I have a black line. On these kind of boards, I don't bother with it because I don't need it. But to twist it, we're just going to repeat it on the other side in the same direction. So this time I'm going with the bottom one, and I'm going to use that trifold line again as my little clear indicator on where to pop this. But I'm just going to pop that down. There we go. And then I'm just going to show you now, with a bit of clever folding, you can do what we call a little twisted. a twisted trifold, Becky, and it looks really funky, and absolutely love these styles of cards. But from a trifold card, we've gone from a trifold to a twisted trifold.
Brilliant.
How funky is that?
Yes,
and you can actually turn that into what we call a jacket fold as well. So I'm going to do one quick more, and then we're going to move on to some box making, because we've got the box making facility as well. But from that same fold, that same trifold, literally I'm following the same score line, and I'm just reversing it all the 90 degrees. 90 degrees, is that right? Becky? Is that
180,
90
isn't
is
it?
100. I always get confused with my degrees.
Yeah.
Apologies, because I'm absolutely shocking. Maths and all those kind of geometry, never very good.
No,
with.
me either,
Never
to be fair.
very good with Becky, not at all. And then what I'm just going to do is completely repeat. So I'm just going to fold that in on itself, give that a nice little burnish using the flat head of my tool. And again, I'm just going to fold that and give these nice finished lines. And I'm going to repeat that same first score line that we did. So from that first line to the bottom left corner, we're going to go down. And then this time we're going to reverse it. So instead of going diagonal across, we're going to do it from the top middle second line score line down to that bottom diagonal line. And these are the fun kind of things that you can do. There are so many things that you can do when you've got good quality scoreboards, and this one, especially quite appropriate for today, is a nice little jacket. I call it a jacket fold because I can't think of a better way, but it's from the trifold markings, just with an added little twist. And what you've got now is a little jacket.
Beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Fab.
I love different types of cards. So from that one twist, that one card, we've got the trifold, we've got the twisted trifold, and we've got the jacket fold as well, which I just think absolutely fun. And they all fold really nice and flat as well into a nice streamline.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you can be doing these on your A5 sizes and all those other sizes, but have a play around. The things that you can make. Look at this. We found these, didn't we, Becky?
Yeah.
Fell in love with these. These are the kind of things that you can be doing. When we did that pop-out card earlier, look at that. How fantastic does that look? Lift it up so you can see that dimension. Let's hold it there. But these are the kind of things that you can be creating. I found some more as well. Do you know what I'm talking about? That lovely card that you just literally, it's like a mid-floater, I call it, because it floats when you've got it positioned right. Let me get all those score lines. And there you can see this is a lovely fold that is in the Ultimate Pro book, which of course lots of tutorials online, lots of different DVDs out there, lots of different, go onto YouTube and you'll see lots and lots and lots and lots of different folds that you can do with either your Ultimate Pro or, for me, a very portable, when craft groups get up and running again, this would be in the bag. Doesn't take much space, but it's also your box making facility and the score lines on there to do your cards. The box making facility very simply is box lid on one side. If I just show you down here, you've got your box lid and you've got your box base on the other side as well. So box base, box lid, and you can, in fact, Becky, shall we do one?
Go
Shall we
on
make
then.
a quick
Twist his
box?
arm.
Let's do a quick box on the box making side. Don't take much twisting with me, does it? I'll keep it fully because I'm going to show you, even though it's A4 in size, you can still do this, Becky. So I'm going to go with, shall I have this as the base or the top? What do you think, Becky? Shall I have this as the top or the bottom?
Top, go on.
Top,
Yeah,
right,
go ahead.
top. Box lid side then, and again, the increments here are 1/2 inch. So however dependent the size of the box you want, shall we go big?
Yeah.
Let's go big. Let's have a nice deep box. But literally you take it from the top to bottom. If you find you struggle, just go move it up slightly. But all you need to remember is the score line that you chose. And you could actually implement this by popping on your sizes so that you know. But because this is an 1/2 inch, 1 inch, so you can see exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
Debbie's forgotten that. Number 3. Number 3. Just remembering these things when you're starting to do them and not going off piste like I normally do. So literally all the score lines are in there, and you're going to do exactly the same way. You're going to fold this over and you're going to burnish them. And again, let's burnish all of those all the way around.
And again, you're not putting loads of pressure on that when you're burnishing it, are you?
No, you don't need to. You don't need to. Just a nice little burnish. That's the box lid done. Now we're going to do the box base. So the other side of the board, you want to make it easy for yourself. Turn it round. That's all you have to do. And then you just remember that we did it on that line, didn't we, Becky? We did the yeah, so we'll go down. These boards have been designed by Sarah and her dad and the team at Crafters Companion to make box making super easy, super quick. And again, one of those lovely features about this, it's a portable board that will fit in any crafter's bag. I defy anybody to tell me they can't get this in the bag, because it's nice, lightweight, portable, card making, box making, even decorative elements on there as well, Becky. Those are decorative embossing lines. I mean, come on. I mean, you just can't, you know, couldn't make it up, could you?
No,
absolutely
so
fabulous, and a great price. And if the ultimate you think is a little bit out of your price range, or you're not sure on it, then get yourself one of these scoreboards, because even if you've got, it is absolutely, Producer Georgina, it's an affordable, craftable entry level into the world of scoreboards. So I'm going to pop my cuts into my box. In fact, well, do you know what this will incorporate? We'll use as tape pen, a strip tape pen.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because I did say we'd come back to that, didn't I, Becky?
Yes, you did mention.
So I'm just taking my little slivers. Now, I do this for neatness more than anything. You can leave them square if you want. You'll see some demonstrators chop off this end as well and take a little bit off there. It's entirely up to you. It's a preference. It's like horses for courses. What is it that you like to do? What is it that you prefer to do? All I'm doing is making sure I'm doing exactly the same on both sides of the box, from the lid to the base. And there we go. So I'm going to carry on doing that, Becky. Right. Once we've done all that, we're going to then use our tape pen and we're going to form the box together and show you how that box has been designed to work perfectly for you as a crafter, not having to get your tape, you know, your ruler pen ruler and your pen, trying to measure things up and how things all go together, because
and
none
you're
of
nearly
that's
always
included.
getting wonky as well. Well, I do if I'm using my ruler. It's nearly always wonky.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, tape. So we're going to use the strip tape, and the strip tape is better. You don't want to be constructing a box with that one, because that one is for your delicate, intricate designs, not for sturdy boxes. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. All glues, they all have a different
purpose.
Thank you very much, Becky.
Welcome.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my glue onto here. So again, holding from the top, bringing down, but making sure that I am twisting and giving it a little flick each and every single time. And you can do that all the way around. You can put quite a nice bit on as well. And I'm going to do that on all four sides of me. This is a box lid, isn't it, Becky? This is a box lid?
Yeah.
Yes, box lid. Now, when you are using it and you're remembering your little flicking technique, and it is a quick little flick technique, at some point you will come to the end of it. So 22 metres, a very long time. You'll know when you come to the end because there'll be a silver strip at the bottom, and that's it. So that's the time to get your other one out that you're going to be using. But literally, all I'm going to do is I'm going to carry that on, and I'm going to do that on all four sides. In fact, I might actually get me lid done at the same time. In fact, no, Becky, I'll do one at a time.
Okay, great.
Right, so what we're going to do now is, and a little top tip our Leanne told me was making sure that that is nice and burnished, that little tip, and it makes it a nice straight edge to line up when you are doing this. Now, when you were doing it, it's the very same that I talked about, giving that little heat rub. Is that what we decided we were calling it?
Yeah,
little rub.
Or finger press.
Yeah, heating the glue together so it sticks together.
Iron.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the best way we can come up with, Becky. We'll have that one.
If you've got any ideas at home, you know how to get in touch.
Now, just by giving that little burnish as well on that panel, the little piece that I've used, you can almost hear me squeaking it, can't you?
Yeah.
With this cardstock. But it just means you get a nice, neater finish on your box. So I'm just going over that on all four of my sides. And again, nice burnish, nice glue together. And literally, let's just pop that there. We're going to just hold that, and then that, apart from a little glue bit there, let's get that off, is our box lid. Now I'm going to repeat that with my box base, and then I'm going to put that together. So that's that one constructed. So I'm just going to repeat exactly the same thing, Becky, with the other side as well. Okay?
just to let you know at home as well, in about 10-15 minutes, we will be doing votes for the card, the make of the week, because we've picked our one by default today, haven't we?
By default, yes, because we haven't really done like proper finished things today, like decorative, pretty cards decorated. So we have got one for the day all lined up from our show that we did this morning, Becky. You missed us.
I did, I know, right?
Yes.
So we've got the one from today. We're going to be doing, obviously we're going to pick the one from your week as well. So we'll be doing the votes for that a little bit later on. And don't forget, if you have got any questions, we will do a bit of a Q&A with Debbie if it's about the Ultimate Pro, the glue, whatever. Then it's the perfect time to message those in, and we'll do that for you in a little bit as well.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to carry on, just popping this on. Excuse me, I do apologise, Becky. I'm just getting over a bit of a bout of flu that I've had. I thought it was a bad cold. It turns out it was flu. So I'm just trying to get over it, but it's left me with a silly little tickle.
Oh,
it's driving me mad.
Oh,
It's one of those long lingering things that you can't get rid of.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they are. It's just that time of year, though, isn't it?
It is.
It really is.
Now then, that is my box base. That's my box lid, and you can see that fits. Oh, isn't that gorgeous, that box?
That's lovely pairing,
that is a
them
beautiful
together.
box, and it's sturdy. Nothing's going to tear this apart now because I've used the right glue again. You could use red liner tape. We'll talk about that in a moment because we've still got that to do. But you could use red liner tape for your construction, depending on what you're putting in your box.
Yeah.
If you're putting really weighty, heavy items, then I probably would use things like red liner tape. But there's nothing now that's going to stop that box from falling apart because it is perfectly measured with the scoreboard, and you could do that with your Ultimate because of the box making facility inside there as well. If you want a more portable one, even as a crafter, as an experienced crafter who's been doing this a long time, this is still a must-have tool because it's absolutely fabulous. And it's one of those that you don't have to pull out. It's not heavy. You can just pull it out and it's done and dusted.
I love it.
That's your box all made, Becky.
Perfect. Thank you so much for showing us that. And that was all created with the Top Score multi-board scoreboard. You can see the size of it, nice and lightweight, easy to fit into your ring binders, your folders, and so much more. We are bringing it to you today, £10.39. Now that is down from nearly 13 quid, so already a great saving. But if you're a member of our Platinum Club, then it's only £8.31. If you're thinking, how do I become part of this club, then it's really easy. Just go onto our website, and when you sign in for your first order, just type in a password. And it's as easy as that. You start earning points as you spend. So it's a really great way to get involved. Today, Platinum price £8.31 or $8.29. Still more treats to show you. I've got Hunky Dory coming up first. Now this is a duotone set of cardstock, and these ones, if you've not seen them before, they are 8x8, and I'm going to talk you briefly through these. They're called two-tone because they are exactly that. You will see on one side of the paper these colours, and then on the other side of the paper these colours. And what this gives you is a really professional ombre. So can you see very slight variation in the colours there? Very slight variation there. Now it's this kind of ombre effect which can give you real looks multi-tonal designs. So you're getting the same shades and the same colours, sorry, but the shades are slightly altered. This one here, you've got your burnt sienna and your apricot. This one here is probably one of the best ones to show you the variation. So this is rich velvet and rosewood. So can you see on one side you've got kind of blues and they almost go to greens? The way I like to show these is if I show you it this way, if you just look kind of down the spine section of this, if you will, can you see how professional that ombre looks? But then if I flip it before your eyes, can you see how that's changed again? Yeah, I'll show you that again. So you've got more of the grey, green tones on this side. Flip it that way, you've now got more of the blues. So that one, sorry, is your French blue and your forest fern. I've then got your rich velvet and your rosewood. Let me show you again. With these ones, you are getting purples and you're getting the more pink colours in here as well. I'll show you that variation again. Look, I just love, it's always like a purple sunset. It just makes me smile. And then on this side, you've got those lovely rose tones. Great for vintage garden. I like that one. This one's going to be great if you've got the Vintage Diaries collection. If you've got vintage diary collection, this I think is going to go great. Two of my favourite things, espresso and honey, not together. So you've got the espresso tones and then you've got the honey tones. And again, if I'll just show you that variation, these are those dark, deep, earthy hues. If I flip it over for you, you can now see those wonderful, almost sort of daffodil colours, aren't they? So all of these together, as I've said before, they all do the same thing. You're going to be getting 192, if I bend it like that, can you see that? I'm going to be bringing to you 192 different sheets in total in this. So you are going to get a massive variation of your colours, and that means you're going to be able to create really fun, professional looking finishes each time. It's just $35.96. Then I've got our everyday brights, and these are so called because you're going to be able to use these every day. A great set of colours in here, no matter what pad you're getting your hands on. We've got your matte cardstock here. All of these colours you see on the front are what you're getting, and they're 12 inches by 12 inches. This is 180 GSM, so it's got a nice flexibility to it, and again, double-sided, beautiful arrangement of colours there. Then we're bringing to you your textured cardstock. So same sort of colours, but you've got this really wonderful, gentle, can you hear it? Oh, that's how you know. You've got almost the linen kind of finish to those. Again, 36 of those ones, a big range of colour. Also got for you 36 in your texture cardstock, and this is your more pastel selection of hues. So still textured, but a little bit more gentle in tone. $39.50 or $49.50. And you know how incredible that is, because for 12 by 12s, you can easily be spending sort of £17, £18 for a set. So to get three is brilliant. Not stopping there though. I've got for you your spring fever. You can definitely tell that summer's on the way, doesn't it? Yeah. These go great with your year of craft boxes, and you can see in here loads of different hues which would work perfectly with the cardstock I've just shown you. Lots of different details and designs here for different events. You've got the block colours as well, and as you can see, we've thought about this because we've got all of these wonderful complementary colours in here. So for example, you've got the blues that match in with the blues and so on and so forth. We're bringing to you a massive 72 set as well, and this is all occasions, and these are your bright colours. Massive amount in here. These ones are 8 by 8, and as you can see, again, really wonderfully sturdy. This one is 300 GSM, so you'd expect to pay more, but it's a brilliant price at that deal. So if you do want to seize it, then you can. As I mentioned earlier on, I was talking about sort of the vintage diaries, wasn't I? And I was talking about the espresso and honey pad specifically. I've got in here a massive amount. So let me start by showing to you your decadent decor. Now this is just such gorgeous textures. We're bringing to you a really interesting look. These are double-sided, so you're getting extra versatility. And look at that gloss! Whoa! I want to rub my face on it. It looks brilliant. So what you're getting here, as you can see, is you're getting a slightly glossy side, and then you're getting the matte side. So depending on what you want, you're getting a slightly sort of detailed design, should I say, with that pearlescence to it. So you're getting double-sided effects, which gives you real versatility, real workability. Oh, I feel a bit like I've walked into some sort of Tutankhamun's tomb. Then I've got for you wonderful vellums here as well. These ones, if you've not worked with vellum before, are prepared to fall in love. Wonderful detail with these, lovely translucency, created with kind of a pulp element to it, so they are vegan. I know that some places aren't, but these ones are. And last but by no means least, you've got the summer sunset. This, for me, just makes me think of sort of looking back on pictures of my dad in the 60s. I love it. Hair down to his knees. We have got for you here, again, that beautiful sheen. You've got doubling effects in there. You are going to have so much fun with that, and I would definitely say that this is one to grab if you did seize the moment on the hunky dory before, because there's so many colours that match in there. So you have a little nosy at which ones you're loving. Add them to your basket, because remember, it's your final couple of hours now for your double points for our members' final show of the event. So if you do want to grab them, now's the perfect time. So Let's continue with some glue school. And remember, I will be asking some of your questions shortly. Which one are we looking at next, Debbie?
So we've covered all-purpose and tacky. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention about my lovely all-purpose, which is what I use a lot, is if you do get some seepage, it literally rubs off. I forgot to mention that. In fact, you know what? I might just quickly show you that just by bringing in a piece of black cardstock. If you get a little bit of seepage out, you can just literally keep on rubbing it and rubbing it and keep on rubbing it, Becky, until it comes off. There you go. Not a mark on the card, nothing there. And that is why I love, and that's when we talk about getting all those little rubbery pieces, because that is a super strong glue. But it is perfect. You wouldn't be able to get that with that. It wouldn't do that at all. But absolutely just wanted to cover that little point there. Now, my favourite glue is my favourite glue is my 3D Collal glue, and I love it. So you'll often see me, and at the minute I've been kind of delving into the world of foam pads, which in that glue bundle we do have, and foam pads are absolutely fabulous for things like your decoupage. I've just got a few here. They're brilliant for decoupage and things like that, as is your 3D Collal glue. The difference that you get with a foam pad, it's just a dimensional, flat, raised depending on the mill size of it, so you can't get no curvature with that, which is what you can do when you're using your 3D Collal glue when you are using it, because you are in control of how much you use. With a foam pad, you're just popping a foam pad down. With a 3D Collal glue, you're in control of how much you put on there, how much depth you want. So where a foam pad would give you something like this, you could actually go bigger, depending on the size that you want to create with your layering. And it's also perfect for things like embellishments, and we're going to stick a bow on in a moment with it. Takes a bit of setting time though, this. What I am going to show you is how to load it up with your tools that come with you as well. So you've got all your tools in there. I always think of this as like a little corned beef opener.
Oh yeah!
Back in the day, Becky, back in the day, that little metal corned beef. But I can't think of what else it calls, but it's absolutely perfect for your glue, because it's going to help you get the glue out of there. This is a really thick, gloopy glue, and it is absolutely brilliant. And let me tell you, it sticks down a multitude. I promise you that the story that I'm going to tell you now is true. Fixes shoe heels. I know a certain lady who broke a shoe heel. Yeah. She had some 3D Collal glue on her, used it, set it, let it set, and it stuck, and it carried her on for the rest of the day. So let me just tell you, it's a fantastic glue, it really is. So you're getting all your tools. Now the thing that people ask me more is, how do you load up a syringe? So that's exactly what I'm going to show you. You've got your little pieces here. This is your body of your syringe that goes inside, and then that's your little cap to seal it off at the end, because once you've loaded it up, people always say, do you load it up, use it all and then stop? No, I load it up, and then I use it, and I just put the top back on, and then when I go back to use it, I wait till it goes down to the bottom, and then I refill it. So what I'm going to do is, Becky, show you. It comes with a little sealant on the top, so it's got like a little cover on the top, a little silver cover, a bit like your toothpastes. And you're going to just take that off. Now I'm going to try, because Debbie's got very short stubby nails at the minute. Trying to go au naturel. Not working very well, Becky, because they keep snapping. Oh, so yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back to me proper nails. What I call me proper nails, what I've had for 20 odd years, because they just keep snapping and snapping and snapping. So they're like these little stumps now. Now, what you're going to do is, and it's really important, this is you're going to take your your empty syringe, and you're popping it over the hole there. Now, the way to do it is you can either squeeze it with your bare hand, or you can use this appliance here. Now, I have to give this a little bit of a curl to get it round into its place, because it takes a little while. It works better, and I'll show you with mine, it works better when you've been using it for a little while. But it's just to get it going. So I am just going to hold that into place, and then I'm going to squeeze the glue over the top and just turn that to squeeze it up and push the glue into that syringe. So again, just turn, twist, and get your glue in. Now I don't always fill it right to the top, Becky, because I allow for the plunger to go in. But I've just literally flattened it off at the end. What I'm going to say is, before I do this little bit, I want to get the importance across about this part. So what you need to do, and what you must remember, let me just push that back in there for a second, because I've just knocked it off. Typical Debbie. Typical Debbie. So I'm just going to push this now. When you are closing and sealing your 3D colour glue, and I don't know if we can get, if I turn it that way, I'm just going to show you, you need to make sure that a blob of the glue is out. Can you see there if I just lift it up?
Yeah.
Yep. Just lift it up, because what you don't want is any hair getting in this top part here. So make sure there's a little bit of glue poking out, and then squish that down. Don't worry about the mess. I promise you it's worth doing it, because what you're not going to do, yeah, exactly, producer, it's not going to glue it shut, I promise you. But what you're doing is not allowing any air to get in that top nozzle, because I've had this before, and the questions that we used to get asked all the time when we were in store, my glue's dried up. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they didn't put the top back on properly with the glue pushed up to the very top, just a little bit above the line, and then put your top on. And what you're preventing now is any air from getting in the top to dry it up, because that's the killer of these. If you don't get that bit right, you can kiss goodbye to your pennies, because honestly, that once it sets and it's got air dry set, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And believe you me, I've tried. And I made that fatal mistake when I very first got mine. So this is all, everything we always teach you here at Crafters is usually from personal experience.
Yeah, of course.
Of what we've done, because we've done these things. But all you're going to do now is take your plunger, and again, all you're going to do is just push that up to the very top. Now it's ready to use now. So literally, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to bring in my little bowl, and I'm going to use a splodge, and I'm going to put a nice bit down onto there. Bit difficult to see under that light, and then I'm just going to hold that into place. Now the thing with this glue is it's wet. It does give you a little bit of a wiggle time so you can get it into its position, but it needs time to dry. So it's not something that's going to dry instantly. It's not something like tacky glue or all-purpose that dries solid, or tacky glue that dries quite solid. Your tape pens is solid, it's quite instant. This takes time to dry. So please don't, and bear that in mind if you're making a project and sticking it in the post, and believe you me, I've done it, Becky. Make sure it's fully dry. When it's fully dry, it's set like cement and it ain't going nowhere, I promise you. And for things like embellishments, so things like buttons and all those kind of things, perfect example here with your bows, absolutely brilliant for. When you've come to use it, there's all this glue in there. I'm not going to waste it by just, you know, I've got to save it, because it will stay, it still stay wet. Again, it's that little top tip. Push a little bit up to the top to make sure there's a little bit at the top, and then pop your top on there. And now that is going to be reusable time and time and time again. And honestly, Becky, it is my favourite glue. I absolutely love it. Decoupage, it's a must. For me personally, I know Craig loves his foam pads, and I do. They have their time and their place again. But for decoupage, I love where you can get the curvature in there, and you can do that with glue gel, because that's what that is. It's a thick, gloopy gel glue, and it's absolutely fantastic. And it does deserve the title of chunky glue, because that's exactly what it is. But it's fantastic glue, and I highly recommend using for different things. And again, every single one of them do different projects. Red liner tape. Have we got time to show you a little bit of red liner tape, Becky?
Yeah, you do.
Fabulous. Now we've got red liner tape. Comes in various sizes. This is absolutely super strong double-sided adhesive on a roll, and different from your finger lift roll, because your finger lift roll usually comes in a white form, and completely different because of the strength. Finger lift tape is fine. I'm not going to lie, it's fine. Yeah. But over time, it's going to start to move.
Right.
Whereas with this is not going anywhere. This is super, super strong adhesive, and it is, and the reason we call it red liner tape is because it's got red. It's got the red, but it is a double-sided one. Now, I've actually popped a little piece of card down here with some strips already down there, because I want to show you just how super strong it is. Now, Debbie, what did you do with your poker tool? You put it back away, girl. I'm just going to lift this off, literally take my strips off. So I'm going to go underneath, and you'll be able to, can you see that line of glue?
You can, yeah.
Absolutely fab. So I'm just going to take these off. I've probably gone for a bigger project with this nearing the I can't believe where time goes in this place. Absolutely flies by. Not covered half at topics I wanted to cover. It always happens, Becky, always happens. So I'm going to just stick another piece of cardstock underneath, because I'm going to bring in some of my favourite glitter, the lovely Chloe glitter that we have on the website. And I'm just going to sprinkle that across my red liner tape. It is a lot of glitter, producer Geordie, isn't it gorgeous?
beautiful.
It is.
That really
I'm just
lovely.
I'm just gonna work that into my tape because it is absolutely super strong. Many purposes. Construction, absolutely essential for construction. Things like your boxes, it's just fantastic, especially if you're using weighty items in your box. But let's not forget fun factors with glues, because there is a lot of fun factor with them, and this is one of them. This, because it is super strong adhesive, can adhere glue to it. You can do this with your tape pen as well. Do you know your tape one?
Yeah.
So you can do it exactly the same. Now I'm going to try. Oh, Debbie, I knew that was going to happen. It's going to all over the counter. I thought, oh no, I'll be all right. I'll be able to get away with it. I'm just going to get my brush and brush off the excess there. But what you've got, it's a right funky piece of cards. I'm just going to get the excess off there. It's like dancing to me, Becky. It's like dancing to me. Look at that. Oh my days. Look how gorgeous that is. And apart from wiping off my excess pieces, that glitter isn't going anywhere, let me tell you, because that adhesive has adhered it into its place. And it is, oh Lord, Becky, look what I've done.
It's gone everywhere.
It's gone absolutely everywhere. Trust me, right at the very end, near the very end, to make such a mess. Honestly, I thought I were doing so well. I'm going to try and sweep that up though, because Debbie does not waste glitter.
No,
Can I just tell you?
no,
Debbie does not waste glitter in the slightest, because it's my favourite thing. I absolutely love it. But it is super strong, so you can be doing things like sealing a piece of card together. So again, I'm just popped some red liner tape around this card, and I want to show you just how strong it actually is. It's a double-sided adhesive. By that I mean when you lay it down, let's just pop that down, it lays flat. So you pop that down, take off whatever size, and I mean I'm being extreme here, Becky, but it's just to show you. Just going to run that down. Now I always burnish mine because it makes lifting it off a little bit easier as well when you take it off. And it helps along with the red liner tape that usually sticks to you in every single orifice. So what I'm just going to do is, joking aside, do you know I got in the shower this morning, Becky?
Go on.
Got in the shower this morning, red liner tape,
Where?
on the bottom of the bath, glitter. I was like, where the heck did that come from? Because I don't recall that. I used it yesterday, but I don't recall it being stuck to it. Must have been stuck to the bottom of my feet, that's all I'm going to say. Bottom of my feet. So now I've sealed my card, but I want to show you, oh my God. I want to show you just
how sturdy.
Sturdy. I'm going to get in there, but I'm probably going to rip everything, so I'm going to be careful. But you can see it is super strong. It's not, I can't even, I can get in there. Actually, I didn't burnish that. That's cheating because I didn't burnish that one. But again, it's like with anything. It's giving it that little burnish, but again, it's just showing you.
It's amazing.
I can't get in there, Becky. I can't get into it. So it is literally super stuck down there. Red liner tape is an absolute must for me as well. Literally, all glues have a place in a crafter's stash. And they're a must-have, from your tacky to your purpose, to your chunky glue, 3D clear glue, to your red liner tape, to your foam pads. Craig would not live without his foam pads, as we all know. He is the king of foam pads. But every single glue has a place in your stash. And what better opportunity than today to stock up
your stash.
Stock up your stash, Becky, absolutely.
This is your chance to do it. You're getting the 6 different glues in that one, so seize the moment, especially for the final few hours of double points. And don't forget, you're getting that free gift as well if you're spending over a $10 or $10. We're going to be having a little bit of a Q&A with Debbie in just a few moments, but for now, I would like to bring to you the opportunity for you to vote on your demo of the week. Yes, because it's Sunday and it is the final show now, because Second Chance Sunday was earlier on. So let me start off with number 1, if I may. So number 1 is BU. This is number 1. Number 2, that one's in from Craig. Number 2 is from Debbie with the butterflies. You've got that easel card there. So that's number 2. Make a note of which one you're loving. Then we've got from the fish again, number 3. Oh, just how stunning. You've got these wonderful details and textures. Then I've got number 4 here for you, which is that Z card fold. That one is Craig. Then I'm bringing to you, this one is, actually, don't ignore that one. This is number 5. That's number 5. And that one is Craig for you. We've got number 6 here for you. Look at that one. Oh, good bold colours. And last but by no means least, your other one from Debbie today is this one here. Find it. So that one is number 7 for you. So vote on which one you're fancying. I'll do them backwards for you. So we've got 7 here.
Then move that card at the back of it, Becky, so you can see it because it's a frame. There you go. That's better. There you are.
There you are. So we've got that one. That's number 7. You've got your number 6. Then we've got number 5. We've also got number 4. Then there's 3, 2, and 1. So there you go, second little gluk. So do feel free to make a note of which one you love, and all you have to do is get voting for us on socials. So if you head on over, we will announce the winner of that one for you shortly. Before it though, you've been sending in loads of questions, so we're going to dive on in and ask. Some of these are about the Ultimate Pro, some of them are about the glue school. So Rhonda, I'm going to start off with yours. Rhonda was saying that the little black pads on the bottom of her Ultimate have gone missing. Have you got any replacements or things we could use to replace them with?
Do you mean, let me just grab mine for a second.
The little feet, I think she means.
The feet that hold it down, because yes, that's a good point actually, because that is, let me just move all my rubbish that you're getting to see there. But yes, so the little feet that are at the bottom, oh, do you know something? I don't know if we can get replacements with them. So you mean in these, Rhonda, have those come out? You know, I was just thinking perhaps maybe a DIY store, because I'm thinking I don't think we do replacement little black pads. The only other thing I can think is maybe, no, Velcro won't work because that'll be sticky, won't it? Do you know what? Did you hear her then, Charlotte? Charlotte said you can get little stoppers, you know, little drawer stoppers, they might work. So maybe worth going to a DIY store. One of the little ones rather than the big ones, I'm thinking, because they probably will understand more. You go to those big ones and they're a little bit, no. They're not very helpful, are they? Go into your little independent one and see if there's anything. Take your board along with you if you can, and maybe that'll help. But I don't think we do any replacements. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't think there's anything to replace the feet there. And off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. One thing I'm thinking of is you can get from those little DIY stores an element that comes in a tube not too dissimilar from this, and it's actually an anti-stick putty, and it dries hard, but it's anti-slip. I've put them on the bottom of like, what are they called? Wooden chopping boards that slide all over. So that could be worth looking for. The lovely Gloria has asked for you to do a demo on the extra boards, which I know you did. Kerry says, how can Kerry tell whether she has the UK version or the US version of the Ultimate Pro? Ooh, that's a tough one because I don't have a US one. Now then, it's I believe something to do with the butterfly, did you say? Producer? The inside butterfly or the outside butterfly? That's the question I'm going to ask you, because the outside one, right, so it'll be the outside butterfly. See how Sarah's mentioned this before. Now, I know mine's a UK board, and this has got all the UK, measurements for UK papers and cardstock, whereas the US one, I'm just wondering, who was the lady that's just asked the question?
It was, sorry, I've just gone past her now, it was Kerry, Kerry V.
Kerry, are you American and you're wondering if you've got the wrong board? Because that's the thing I'm thinking. Yeah, you would know, because if you're using US cardstock on your US board, you'll find everything works properly. I'll be totally honest, I'm not going to stand here and tell you I know the difference. Right, producer Georgina?
So UK version.
Well, this maybe then, producer Georgina, maybe a little bit one, because that's a dragonfly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the US version?
Butterfly. Yep. So there's a heart there.
On the American.
Right. So the US one has got a heart, a star, and a dragonfly. Butterfly. On ours, we've got dragonfly, heart, and butterfly.
Got you.
Producer Georgina, you wonder kid. Where did you pull that from?
Brilliant.
So I hope that answers your question.
Love
If
that.
you've got a star on the front of your board, you've got the US one.
Great.
If you haven't and you've got the heart, the dragonfly and the butterfly, UK one. And that is the difference between the board. It's down to that cardstock. So UK cardstock, UK board, US cardstock. However, I know a lot of people on Crafters Companion here shop with us, buy our cardstock, Unky Dory cardstock and all those kind of things. Might be worth you venturing into having a UK board. Perhaps having one of each. At that price today, especially if you're a platinum member, at that price with all the extras that you're getting, may actually be worth having one of each. Just saying.
Yeah,
Just
great
saying,
idea.
Yep. Absolutely.
Rhonda's been in and asked, which is the best glue for making a mini album?
A mini album. Ooh, now then, a mini album's got lots of different pages. My personal, this is me personally speaking to you, Rhonda, would be red liner tape.
Okay.
For the construction of the album. For things like your matting and layering, you're going to use a multitude now. So, Rhonda, I hope I'm not confusing you. To construct it, red liner tape. To do your matting and layering, I would be using our all-purpose glue. If it's uncoated cardstock. If it's coated cardstock, you're going to have to switch to your tacky glue. However, if you're putting photos in, on our website, we have a photo glue. So this is a glue we haven't got on right now on the show, but on your photo glue will protect your photos and mean that you can take them out and in if you want to chop and change them. If you want to keep it permanent, I would definitely be using a tape like a red liner tape. So if you're not and you want to take those photos out of your album, there's a section under our glues which is a photo glue and you can use that one as well.
Great stuff.
So I hope that helps.
I love that. Thank you. Another one that we've had is what is the orange strip? And I presume because it was when the car was on. What is the orange strip used for at the side of the glue bottle?
Orange strip?
So I think it means this bit here.
Are we talking about this bit?
I presume.
Right, so there are two types of Kalal bottles that are out. And this is for, let me grab a piece of cardstock. It's exactly that, producer Georgina. It's a spatula. It's like, so when you put your glue on, and perhaps you've put a little, so we put quite a bit down on there.
Yeah.
It helps you spread it. So
Yeah,
it's a spreader.
yeah.
So that's exactly what it is. It's a little spreader tool. Now, the current bottles that are out are all just this straight edge twist, a bit similar to this one here on the
Got ya.
tacky, but in red. So it doesn't have a spatula on it. So you'll see two types. So if you've got the one with your little spatula on, that just helps you maneuver your glue around. It doesn't stop it from working or anything like that, because you can just twist it around and use it on that side instead and move that around like you would normally. But there's two types. And there's the same for the tacky glue as well, because in production somewhere along the line there is some on the tacky glue as well. It doesn't mean anything, to be fair. It's just a little spatula. Won't affect the glue itself. So I hope that helps.
Perfect. One in from Crafty Ange saying about the Textilium Kalal glue. What would we use it for, Debbie?
Is that the textile glue? So
I presume so.
Yeah, I think it's the textile glue. So textile glue is for all your materials. So you will see Bernie use it a lot for materials, things like ribbons as well. If you're just laying straight edge, you could use it for that too. It's a textile glue, so absolutely perfect for all your textiles. Not with your card making. I'm just going to stress that, because it's a different type of glue under the Kalal range, because there's lots of glues on the Kalal range. Textile is for textiles only, so all your materials, felt and all those kind of things, you can use it on there.
Fab.
But not in card making.
Great. And then finally for now, is the Scoreboard, Scoremaster the largest scoreboard CC make?
Oh, that's a good question. I've got one of each. Just bear with me, Becky.
I will.
So, I have got the answer to that question in my hands. That is the biggest scoreboard. Can you see me? Becky, can you see me? It's huge. It's huge. It's an A3 board. It is the big score. So this is the biggest scoreboard we do here at Crafters Companion. And literally, if I could just grab, what have I done with my little scoreboard? Do you know, I did have it. I could have sworn I had it. Just bear with me, Becky, while I delve
No
underneath
problem.
here. I'm just wondering where, has someone half Do you not think someone might have pinched it?
Don't
That's
you go saying that.
Sacrilege. Someone's pinched my little scoreboard. Do you know what? I was just thinking, is it
Hang on.
me? Have you got it, Becky?
No, well,
Becky, you've got it
no,
over
I
there.
haven't
Have you pinched it?
No, I haven't.
Perfect.
Yes.
You hold them up and I'll talk you around them. So literally, you've got the big score in your to the left-hand side of the screen. Yep, that is your big score. And then your score master is the one to the right-hand side. So you can see the difference.
So small.
The score master is A4 in size, so it's perfect for all your A4. Again, both of these boards are exactly the same apart from the size and the width. So on the score master, it is your A4 size, inches and centimetres on one side, inches on one side, centimetres on the other. It is a scoreboard, and then at the very bottom it is also a box making board too. So it's a scoreboard with a tool, and Becky's their little one has got its tool missing. The bigger one, I can see the tool sat there perfectly in there. A lovely portable one again. Yeah, big score, personally, is what I use a lot of because of the size and the width. And when I talk about the width, it goes up to 12 inches, so it's like a 12-inch by A3. And that's the same on this side, it goes up to like 30 centimetres. So it's a really big board, and one I do use a lot. Although, to be fair, Becky, again, it's not that I'm like an addict or anything, but I have got both of them because both, depending on what style of card, what size of card I use.
Yeah.
So yes, the biggest scoreboard we have is the big score. And there's lots of projects and tutorials online as well. And DVDs, look onto the website, lots of different projects. Lots, do you know, can I get my big box out, Becky? Oh,
Hey, go ahead.
look, I've got a big box.
Woo.
These projects you can make with your big score because you've got the big board. And that's a big one. Well, my big box. Oh, she's talking about my big box. Hang fire. My big box that I was going to make. Let me just tuck all my cards back in there, Becky. I've got all my cards inside because I had to replace it because my other one were a bit battered and worn. You make big boxes. This is a big box with A3 cardstock, 2-inch deep. So it's 2-inch deep all the way around, and you can make that. And I stuck down my sides with my very trusty red liner tape. So I know it's not good because I've got a lot in there. If you felt the weight of that box, that's a heavy box.
Yeah.
That's not a little lightweight stuff in there. There's a lot of cardstock. So I needed something to give me strength, which is what we were going to do. But we've just run out of time because that clock just runs away with when we're in this building. But honestly, I'd even got things with this envelope box. I'd got the score. I've got all sorts planned. I might have to come back and do another one, Becky.
Hey, why not? Let's do it. So yeah, that is the difference between the boards, as you can see there. Oh, it looks a little bit like sort of a moustache. Anyway, so those are the differences with those boards. Thanks so much for your questions. Now, we have got so much more coming up. I know it's Sunday, but don't worry, new week, new start, and we have got loads coming up in the next couple of days. Let's talk a little bit about what we've got on tomorrow. Tomorrow on the show, we have got some real good treats, as always, for you. We are going to be bringing to you Wake Up Call, of course, bright and early, 12 o'clock in the UK. Craig's away on his jolly bobs. So Debbie's doing it.
I was like this. I was doing whoop, 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 whoop. Yep, I'm in the building. We're going to be doing our lovely wake-up call this week. And then, I'm so excited because I've not seen her for donkeys. I'm going to see our lovely Jan, because Jan's going to be doing a craft along at 3 p.m. UK time, and then she's got Monday Makers as well. So it's going to be lovely to catch up with Jan. I can't wait. So it's a really good day planned for tomorrow. Can't wait.
And it's the waterfall dies that is about tomorrow in the craft along. So well worth getting your treats ready for that. We have got a massive amount of deals still available for you. I will ask you to go onto the web right now because it's only the last couple of hours to get those, what are they called? Member Week event treats, including the double points, etc. So let's just remind ourselves about the Ultimate Pro. Debbie, you love it. In a few sentences, why?
Because it's a portable carry case, everything on it. It's like a little portable craft room. I can make cards with it, and not just bog standard cards. I'm talking concertina cards, gatefold cards, trifold cards, lots of different styles of cards that I can make with it. Not only can I make cards with it, I can also make my envelope boxes on there as well. So it's absolutely essential when it comes to your craft. Lots of lovely features on here, from your envelope, little finishers on there. On the inside of the box, we have also got our box maker, we've got our paper trimmer in there, we've got our bow maker in there. Oh, Becky, honestly, this box is like a box that keeps on giving. I personally call it a crafter's companion, because that's exactly what it is. Every crafter out there should have an Ultimate Pro. I never, ever, ever buy a card. If you ever saw me, I never buy a card because I can make it myself. I've got this fantastic equipment here, and I make all sorts on this board using all my boards. There's all those additional boards that you can get as well, so you can make your fancy treats, you can make your boutique boxes, you can make all sorts, because there's lots, and there's a storage space. There's even a storage space in there for those boxes to go into. You can buy the boxer base that goes on to make all your detailed boxes, so if you didn't want to make things that were only half an inch increment, you've got all the ones that can make up to the 1/8 of an increment. So you really need that boxer board that goes on there, and they simply fit, and I'm just going to look just to show you, they simply fit into the grooves of the board. So they literally just sit down there on this little groove here, so you can see these two little pieces, they sit into there. They're absolutely incredible to have, and are literally a very, very must-have when it comes to crafting.
That's just brilliant. If you do want to seize the moment, look at that price that you're getting it for today. It's going to take your crafting to the next level while still making it easy. It is your Ultimate Pro UK. We've had so many goodies on for you today. I want to remind you that if you are going to be spending over a tenner, you have got a freebie for you today that you can get, the With Love die for you if you do want it. Okay, we are over in... It's that time for Demo of the Week. How are you feeling in Demo of the Week corner?
No, I do not. I'll be totally honest. There's some belters this week. And isn't it lovely that Craig's been able to get a bit more involved? So I'm really excited about this one. Although, to be fair, there's only me, Debs and Craig running this week.
That's right, there is. There's only 3 of you.
Oops.
There's
so I've no
only 3 of you.
idea, Becky, because there's so many beautiful cards out there. Absolutely incredible. So let's have a look. Who is the winner?
The winner of Demo of the Week, it's Debbie from today.
Oh my goodness, oh my God. You know what? That was me off the cuff one that I did this morning. Unbelievable. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, well, I'm really touched. Thank you very much.
Don't forget, get your lovely heart stuck on there next to your name. There it is, lovely. That is well done. A big congratulations again for you, Debbie. We have had so much on for you today. I just want to remind you it's the final few hours of that event. So if you want to get your double points, your 3 for 2s, etc., you've got a couple of hours to do that. If you're watching in the US, don't forget you've got that show coming up later for you to grab those added extra bargains. Obviously, the wonderful Debbie, you're back with us tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, 12 p.m. UK time. I will see you for Wake Up Call with Debbie.
We will see you there, and have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you soon.